We are in a very unfortunate situation where two generals are fighting over power at the center in the country. And unfortunately, these two generals seem to be primarily obsessed by their own self-interest and their own strategic interest. This means that efforts to push the parties to agree to ceasefire has at times succeeded with a Jeddah process that the United States and the Saudi Arabian government is involved in. But very frequently, these cessation of hostilities and ceasefire agreements are being broken because the interests of the two parties seem to be to continue the war and to try to capture territory in the event of a discussion at a possible table. So this is again a situation where they seem to ignore the fate of their people. So fighting over the power in Sudan whilst the people are suffering in this way is totally unacceptable, but that is happening. It is driven by greed for power, unfortunately.
باعتقادك هل مطلوب من الولايات المتحدة والسعودية فرض ضغوط لشد عضد الهدن؟
I think the United States of America certainly is considering sanctions against these individuals. And I think others are ready to do so as well. I don't necessarily think that is what will determine the fate of a ceasefire and the willingness of the two generals to abide with such commitments. I think it's a global mobilization of all international stakeholders that can make the biggest difference. We are in a geopolitical situation where there is a lot of polarization these days. If all of the international stakeholders and important countries can rally behind the pressure to stop and to cease fire, that would really make a difference. Knowing also that one thing is establishing a ceasefire that is monitored. I understand from the last IGAD summit that the IGAD countries are willing to move in with a force to monitor what is being agreed at the table. And that's good. But that is one process. Then there is another that has to be established once fighting is stopped. And that process is putting together a mechanism that can put the framework for and a platform for the solving the future of putting in place the key pillars for the future government of Sudan. At the moment, this fell apart with the framework agreement, and there is a lot of diplomatic work that also has to go in to do that, which is another negotiation that has to happen once the fire ceases. And this diplomatic work is also absolutely fundamental for peace to prevail to be achieved and be prevail in Sudan.